Welcome back to my channel. Hi, I'm Tanelia. In today's video, I thought we would talk about some of my spring beauty favorites. So I pulled out some of the makeup products that I really love using this time of year, the shades, the tones, the formulas. I have blushes, picked out a couple of highlighters. Highlighter is not something that I'm really big on, this time of year, but I also have lip products and the big finale of the video, the eyeshadow palettes. So you know what? So let's start with lipsticks first. Usually I start with the blushes and I end with the lipsticks, but I think in today's video, we're going to start with our lipsticks first. We have 7 shades. Let's just go ahead and jump right on in. I have 2 of the Blur Luxe lipsticks from ColourPop. Both of these are absolutely gorgeous. We have Oasis. Oasis is newer to my collection. It's a very, very super soft pink. This one is slightly pinkier than the other shade. Pinks, peaches, corals, these are the type of shades that I lean towards going into the springtime. This one is 21 Questions. This one has been a long time favorite of mine. It's a super, super soft pink. This one is more muted. As you can see, they're very similar. This one has a slightly more kind of a bricky undertone, but more muted than this one, but both of these shades are just stunning. This next one is also newer to my collection. This is from Essence. It's one of the Hydra Matte lipsticks. The shade is in 408. This is a deeper shade. I usually tend to go with more lighter, softer shades, but if I'm wanting to pull in something a little bit more dramatic, this is going to be the one that I'm going to pull in. The formula is very, very hydrating. It's very comfortable. Something lighter for the springtime going into the summer. Really going to enjoy using this one. This one is also one of my longtime favorites. This is from Joa. It is the TMI Velvet Lip Color. This one is a very soft, just kind of plushy nude. I have loved this one for so long. The formula is just so soft and creamy and pillowy on the lips. I have been wanting to get more shades of this. I really need to go ahead and do that as we go into the spring because this is the perfect shade and the perfect formula for this time of year. And then from Buxom, this one is the Viva Plump and Dare Me. A gorgeous plumping, kind of a pigmented lip gloss. Lipstick, kind of a hybrid. I mean, look at that. Bright shades like these are the ones I love to pull in going into the springtime. I love super bright pinks. It's just so freaking pretty. And this formula is very plumping on the lip. It's going to make those lips look super juicy. Very excited about pulling this one out again. This next one has become one of my absolute favorite peachy nudes of all time. It is from Beauty Bay. It's one of their matte lipsticks and it is in Sunset. You guys, this is the perfect peachy nude. I will be using this one in the spring. I will also be pulling this one out for the summer. I have been on the hunt for that perfect peachy nude shade for so long and this one is it. It is gorgeous. The last one we have is from Pore. This is newer to my collection. This is more of a burnt orange. Definitely something I would bring in more so in the summer, but into the springtime, I love these type of shades too. And this formula is so nice. The shade is very smooth. It's kind of matte, but more satin dimmy. And it looks so smoothing and just so pretty on the lips. Another one that I'm looking forward to trying this time of year. Moving into highlighter and blush, I only pulled out 2 highlighters. Highlighter is not one of those things that I have like specific ones I just love to use for different times of year. I just use highlighter whenever I feel like I need a little bit of glow. But these 2 I really do enjoy. This one is from Revolution. It is the Peach and Glow. I don't get to pull this one out very often. So whenever I'm doing those fall, wintry looks, this one is not necessarily one that kind of fits, but during this time of year I love it. It's also going to look very pretty in the summer. You have this blush here, which is a very glowy blush that kind of gradiates into this highlighter, and it's such a beautiful peachy formula. It's so nice. Fortunately, it doesn't have a peachy smell, which I feel like is a missed opportunity, but this one is beautiful. And then the other highlighter I brought out is also from Revolution. This is the Tasty Peach. It's shaped like a little peach. You have a more kind of a golden shade here, and then this one's more peachy. Now this one does smell like peaches. Very, very beautiful formula. Now where I struggled is blush. I tried so hard to get these down to 10 blushes and I just couldn't do it. So I do have 16. So we're going to get through these as quickly as possible. You guys, when it comes to blush, you know, blush is one of my weaknesses. It's very difficult for me to say no. All right, let's start with some from Airway Studio. Airway Studio is the house brand on Shop Miss A. Every single one of these formulas were $1 each and they're absolutely gorgeous. The first one is one of the Cherry Blossom powdered blushes. This one is in Kyoko. Such a gorgeous, soft pink, my word. Like I said, these tones are the ones that I really kind of go for this time of year. Very soft, very muted, so pretty. And this particular powder formula is gorgeous too. And then I grabbed 2 of their cream formulas. This one is a super bright pink. The shade is in Bloom. Oh my God, just that gorgeous, bright, Sakura Blossom Pink. I mean, look at that. So super pigmented. These blend out like a dream and they're only $1. The other shade is a little more of a muted pink. This one is called Cupid. So gorgeous. This time of year, very soft muted pink on the cheeks with the very soft muted eyeshadow and just a touch of shimmer. Oh my God, just... oh, beautiful. This last one is one of their plush liquid blushes. They look like little nail polishes and they have a little brush that looks just like a nail polish. You take just a little bit onto your cheek. These are so beautiful and they blend out like a dream. I mean, look at that. They just blend right out. And these last all day long. I have put these on in the morning. At the end of the day, the color is still on my cheek. Great formula. The shade is just going to be perfect in the springtime. These next 2 are from House Labs. This first one is the new rebranded formula. This is a Color Flush Blush in Pomelo Peach. And you guys, this is so pretty. It's a very muted peachy pink. This is going to be so beautiful on the cheeks this time of year. I mean, the formula is gorgeous. I also have 2 other shades. I've really been enjoying this. And then the second one, this one is from when the old formula was still on Amazon, but it is a beautiful formula. I thought about maybe decluttering them when I got the new ones, but these shades are different enough that I don't want to give them up. This one is the peachy shade in Bellini. Gorgeous, soft, peachy. Oh, look at that. These are so freaking pretty. I mean, gorgeous. And they blend like a dream. This is the 2D gel formula. I don't even know if these are still available or not. They probably aren't, but the formula is gorgeous. I have these 2 from Perfusion. This was from their Bloom collection, the Full Bloom in Hibiscus. These are more emollient formulas. Both of these are gorgeous little soft pink. These are so pretty on the cheek. And then this one is more of a corally peach. And this shade is in Bestie. These formulas are just so pigmented, but they blend out really beautifully. Gorgeous for when the weather is a little bit warmer and you don't want like a heavy formula on your cheeks. This next one, this is one of my favorites. I have enjoyed this one for years. This is from Believe Beauty. It is in Tropical Sunset. This is the softest corally pink, or corally peach rather. I mean, look at that. Another beautiful one. I'm trying to get through these as quick as possible so this video is not like 10 hours long. This one I got into my collection just this year, and it is one of the new Essence Pure Nude Baked Blushes. This is a very super soft glowy pink. Just gives you just that touch of pinky glow to the skin. Very kind of a lit within kind of a pinky glow. Very pretty. This one is from Patrick Ta. This one is And She's Vibrant. It's one of his cream powder formulas where there's a powder and then there's also a cream. You know this one is going to be gorgeous this time of year. The cream is on the top, the powder is on the bottom. I will admit when I bought this, the picture made this look like it was more of a burnt orange, so this is not what I was expecting, but I have enjoyed it. It's a beautiful formula. Beautiful shade. Definitely going to be looking forward to using that one this time of year. These last 4 are basically palettes. This one I also recently added to my collection. It's one of the blushed rouges from Juvia's Place. There is not like a shade name on the back, but this is the orangey one. You have a lighter orange. On camera it's looking more peachy, but it's a lot pinkier in person. And then you have a deeper orange on the top. I will definitely be pulling this one out in the summer as well, but for now, in the spring, beautiful. This next one is from Wayne Goss. This is one of my favorite kind of peachy pink The shade is in Sunny and Golden Glow, Bright Poppy. Beautiful. I do wish the highlighter was a little bit lighter though. It is a little bit deep, I think, for this particular duo, but this blush, the formula as well, just gorgeous. This next one I have recently pulled into a Shop My Stash, and this is the Moon Prism Blush from Lunar Beauty. These are the most beautiful shades and tones for the springtime. I absolutely love these. They're very soft. They're pigmented, but they're also very soft, very blendable. This shade right here has like a little bit of glow to it. If you're a deeper skin tone, this would be beautiful as like a highlighter. Gorgeous formula. And then this last one, yes, that was a lot. This is one of my absolute favorites to pull out during the springtime. I will probably be pulling this one out in the summer too. This is the Bellini palette from BH Cosmetics, and as you can see, these are some of the most beautiful, just peachy pink coral shades in here. Pigmented, but these are also super blendable, and they just look so beautiful. They give you this very healthy kind of a peachy glow to your skin. This formula is gorgeous, and these shades are just stunning. You have, they range from like deeper all the way to like a more lighter tone. So regardless of your skin tone, you're going to find something in here that's going to work for you. It is beautiful. Last but not least, we have eyeshadow palettes, and once again I tried to narrow these down. I wanted to get it down to 10, but I do have 12. When it comes to eyeshadows in the springtime, I really love, you know, those soft peaches, the pastels, corally shades, the soft pinks, just the more soft, muted, but vibrant tones at the same time. This first one is from Sugarpill. It is the mini color palette. This is their fun size palette. This was the very first palette from Sugarpill I ever got, and this is their kind of pastel-y palette. I mean, look at that. Gorgeous pastel tones. The Sugarpill formula is very pigmented, but it's also very blendable as well. You can build up these shades to get more of the actual, you know, true to color that you're seeing in the pan, but you can also blend them out to just very soft, muted pastels. I have not pulled this one out for so long. I was waiting for this time of year to pull it out, and I will be using this one quite a bit. Side note, if there's anything that you see me talking about in this video that you would like to see me use, let me know. I'll be more than happy to put together, you know, a spring look using some of these products. Just let me know down in the comments if there's anything in particular you'd want to see. I can also take some of these palettes and, you know, do reels or short, you know, video content as well. Moving right along, this next one is one of my favorite springy palettes. This was maybe the second ColourPop palette I ever owned, and it's still going strong. I don't see myself getting rid of it anytime soon, and it is the Sweet Talk palette. To me, this is the ultimate spring palette. I mean, look at that. These gorgeous soft corals, pinks, peaches in here. These tones are so freaking beautiful on the eyelid, these shimmers. This one right here, and it is still super, super creamy. We'll put it on this hand. I mean, look at that. Just absolutely gorgeous. I will say that there are some pressed glitters in here. These two right here, I never use those. I'm not a pressed glitter person, but this whole palette, it screams springtime. These next two are also from ColourPop. This one is the So Fly palette. This is one of my favorite palettes that ColourPop has launched. Kind of a dragonfly theme. Simple, yet very, very pretty. You can put together some gorgeous springtime looks with this palette. This shade right here, super, super pigmented. Gorgeous. The one in the middle is the one that I'm really going to be reaching for going into the springtime, but these are gorgeous. The next one is the Lust for Dusk palette. This one I will also be pulling out in the summer. You have these gorgeous, you know, rich muted pinky tones in here. You also have these like warmer tones in here as well. I think I got this one last spring. I'm not positive, but it is gorgeous. The shimmers in here are beautiful. You do have kind of a more glittery shade here, but it's super, super creamy. And when you blend it on your eyelid, it just smooths right on out. This formula is beautiful. This next palette is the only palette from Nomad that I pulled. I thought about pulling in the Paradise Islands one because it does have some super bright colors in there, but it's not one of my favorites. I know that I won't actually be reaching for that one, so I didn't want to pull it into this video. This one, however, I love. This is one of the first Nomad palettes I ever got. This is the Tokyo Harajuku. This is obviously Destination Japan, and look at this. These are the most gorgeous pastels. This formula right here from Nomad, this shimmer formula, I love this one. This was one of my favorite formulas that they have done. These are creamier, a little bit shinier, a little more wet looking on the lid. This palette is one that I will definitely be pulling out this time of year. It is gorgeous. It's very like Easter egg, you know, kind of when you think about it, because you know we are also like, you know, in the Easter season as well. And this one just screams Easter to me. It is so pretty. This next one I know is not going to be a big surprise to you guys who have been with me for a while. I talked about this one in my Valentine's Day video. This one is the Sakura Blossom palette. This is my absolute favorite pink palette of all time. I mean, look at the cherry blossoms. I mean, that screams spring right there. And then on the inside, this is just the most perfect pink palette. You have all different tones from, you know, lighter, more muted to, you know, deeper, more kind of Merlot kind of pinks in here. And the shimmers in here are so beautiful. They're very creamy. They're shiny, but not like super shiny. So it is a formula that you could use like on the daily. And it's just so beautiful. Of all the palettes in my collection in general, this is one of my favorites. I love it. I have one more from ColourPop I almost forgot. And this one is the Baby Got Peach. This I think was the first like monochromatic palette that I picked up. This one to me is very similar to the Sweet Talk, but a little bit, you know, peachier, a little bit warmer in tone. This is one that I'll also be pulling out in the summer. It's just so pretty. You can put together the softest looks with this. Soft, peachy, neutral, you know, neutral but with a little bit more elevated, with a little bit more texture. Beautiful. From Udin's Eye, we have the Alva palette. This one, I'm not sure if it's still available or not. I know that they have discontinued some of the palettes and collections that they used to have, but this one, it's just so pretty. Lovely pinks and purples. You even have some warmer yellows in here. Just a very lilac-y. You know, this one screams spring to me as well. I think it's just so pretty. And there's so many like different textures and formulas in here that you can put together. Another beautiful palette. And like I said, I'm not sure if this one is discontinued. I will try to link as many products as I can down in the description box. I'm not sure exactly what's available and what's not, but if it's available, I will try to link it down below. This next one is from Tarte. It's one of their Tartelette palettes. This one is the Juicy palette. This one is so pretty. It smells really good too. Kind of smells like cookies. But this one has the most softest peachy, pinky neutrals in here. They blend like a dream. They're not like super pigmented. You know, the formula is, you know, on the lighter side, but it's gorgeous for when you just want to put together those soft, you know, lighter spring looks, you know, just kind of the everyday looks. This is one of my favorite palettes from Tarte. I only have two, this one and then that Maneater palette that came out like in the fall. Tarte's not one of those brands I just like, you know, purchase a lot from because a lot of the products look the same, but I do love this palette. I do love this formula. I will be pulling it out for the springtime. From Glamlight, we have the Ice Cream Dreams palette. This is the ultimate springtime palette. And it's funny because this actually came out in the summer, but this is something that I'd be more inclined to pull out in the spring, maybe going into the summer, but I love these pastel tones in the bottom. Once again, very spring, very Easter, you know, egg. I think of Easter when I look at these. And then up here, you know, you can do deeper, more bronzier summer looks. This formula is just so gorgeous. This shade right here is going to be absolutely beautiful this time of year. It is just so gorgeous. All of these pastel shimmers. Very excited to be doing looks with this palette. I have two more palettes and then we'll be done with this very long video. This one is from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. It is the Dollhouse palette. This palette I consider to be a neutral palette, more elevated. As you can see here, we have some gorgeous soft muted pinks and purples. We have some soft, you know, more neutrals over here. With this one, you can do, you know, deeper looks. You can also do softer looks. Across this row right here, these are all softer, more pastel-y, muted mattes. This is a really, really beautiful palette. This is one that I will pull up for the spring, taking into the summer. I mean, this is basically a year-round palette. I love this one. And then the last one, this is one that I had to think about, but I knew when I think about it, there is no doubt I will be pulling this one out. And this one is the Sherbet Dreams palette. This one is from Malibu Glitz. Very similar to the Sherbet Dreams. I mean, you can kind of see that as you're looking into it. These are some gorgeous bright tones to pull out for the springtime. These two columns right here are going to be beautiful going into the summertime. The shimmers in here are very creamy. Yeah, I am looking forward to using all of these palettes as we go further into the spring. You will definitely be seeing me pulling these palettes into my Shop My Stash and my makeup rotation because I would like to get use out of every single one of them. That is everything that I pulled for this video, and trust me, I do have a lot more that I could talk about, but I didn't want this video to, go on for 2 hours. Let me know down in the comments what are some of your favorite products that you like to pull out for this time of year. I definitely love interacting with you guys and hearing your thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. If you're new to the channel and you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you would consider joining my little family and hitting subscribe. Make sure you tap the bell so you do not miss a thing, and you can also follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.